Hello listeners. Mr. Bookman here. Before we get to today's story, subscribe to the channel and click the like button. You can now follow me on Facebook. The link is in the description. I just read that the average person spends 3 hours a day on their cell phones. Now everyone including you can use their cell phones to make $25 or even up to $50 an hour with social media jobs. No experience required to work your own hours from anywhere in the world. Click the link in the description to start making money right now. Now let's dive right into today's book.
Rats by E. Nesbit. Coffee Break Collection 29. Dogs. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit Librivox.org. Rats. "He has no nose," said my master. "He is a handsome dog, but he has no nose." This annoyed me very much, for I have a nose, a very long, sharp, black nose. I wear tan boots and gloves, and my coat is a beautiful, shiny black. I am a Manchester Terrier, and I fulfill the old instructions for such dogs. I am necked like a drake, headed like a snake, tailed like a rat, and footed like a cat. And then they said I had no nose. But Carrie explained to me that my master did not mean to find fault with the shape of my nose, but that what he wanted to be understood was that I had no nose for smelling rats. Carrie has, and he is ridiculously vain of this accomplishment. "And you have no nose, you know, old boy," said Carrie. "Why, you would let the rats run all over you and never know it." I turned up my nose, my beautiful, pointed, handsome nose, and walked away without a word. A few weeks afterwards, my master brought home with him some white rats. Carrie was out at the time, but my master showed me the rats through the bars of their cage. He also showed me a boot and a stick. Although I have no nose, I was clever enough to put 2 and 2 together. Did I mention that there were 2 rats? We were not allowed to go in the study, either of us, and my master put the rats there in their cage on the table. That night, when everybody had gone to bed, I said to Carrie, "I may have no nose, old man, but I smell rats." Carrie sniffed contemptuously. "You?" said he, curling himself around in his basket. "I don't believe you could smell an elephant if there were one in the dresser drawer." I kept my temper. "I'm not feeling very well, Carrie," I said gently, "or I would go and see myself. But I am sure there are rats. I smell them plainly. They seem to be in the study." "Go to sleep," he said. "You're dreaming, old man." "Why don't you go and see?" I said. "If I didn't feel so very faint, I would go myself." Carrie got out of his basket reluctantly. "I suppose I ought to go, if you are quite certain," he said, and he went. In less than a minute he returned to the kitchen, trembling all over with excitement. "Chappie," he said, "Chappie." "Well?" "There are rats," he whispered hoarsely. "There are rats in the study." "Did you go in?" I asked. "No, you know we're forbidden to go in, but I smelt them quite plainly. I can't smell them at all here," he said regretfully. "What a nose you have got after all, Chappie." "What are you going to do, Carrie?" I asked. "Why, nothing," he said. "We mustn't go in the study." "Oh," I said, "rules weren't made for great occasions like this. It's your business to kill rats wherever they are." And that misguided, wire-haired person went up. He got them out of the cage and killed them. The next morning, when the master came down, he thrashed Carrie within an inch of his life. He knows I don't touch rats, and besides, I was so unwell that nobody could have suspected me. And I explained to Carrie that, good as my nose is, I couldn't possibly tell by the smell that the rats were white, and therefore sacred. It was not worthwhile to mention that I had seen them before. Carrie looks up to me now as a dog with a nose, and I am much happier than formerly. But Carrie is not nearly so keen on rats now. I thought somehow he wouldn't be. End of Rats. This Librivox recording is in the public domain.
Well, listeners, it looks like we have come to the end of the story. On your way out, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on the link in the description if you want to start making money right now with social media jobs. Just know you are appreciated. Mr. Bookman is now signing off.